How does a Chapter 13 case work? A Chapter 13 is often referred to as a reorganization, and that's a situation where a debtor actually creates a repayment plan to pay back some of their creditors. So if you've heard of the type of bankruptcy where you actually pay your creditors back, that's usually a Chapter 13. In a Chapter 13 case, you create a plan, which is where a lot of debtors struggle to handle their case on their own. The plan has to repay the amount of your disposable income every month. And disposable income is a legal term that means your gross income minus allowable deductions based on national standards for certain amounts. So for example, there's a national housing standard deduction. So if that number is, let's say, $1,200, you get to deduct $1,200 for your housing expense, whether that's a mortgage or a rental payment. That's the deduction that you're allowed to take. There's also deductions for food, clothing, and transportation. At the end of that, there is a disposable income amount, which is the amount that you have left over every month based on this calculation. That's the amount that should be paid towards your plan each month to pay back your unsecured creditors. If you have secured creditors like a mortgage or a car payment, those need to be paid in full in order for you to keep them at their regular contractual rate, or you can surrender them. A Chapter 13 is also used by people who make too much money, too much income, to file a Chapter 7, or if they're catching up on payments for a house payment or a car payment. So if you're catching up on those payments, your Chapter 13 plan payment has to include your disposable income, has to include a payment for the mortgage, as well as catching up on the arrears or those back payments for your mortgage or your car. And those have to be caught up within 3 to 5 years. So where a lot of debtors struggle is making sure they calculate their plan correctly and to see if it's actually something they're going to be able to do and pay for the next 3 to 5 years. If you're considering filing Chapter 13, I highly encourage you to reach out and sit down with an experienced Chapter 13 bankruptcy attorney to see what your payments are going to be and see whether that's going to be something that's actually doable for you.